All right. Now I'm happy. Now we
Okay.
can start the show. Whew. Finally. It's here. It's finally here. I've been promising this forever. It's showing up late on a Sunday because, life sucks sometimes. But you know what doesn't suck? Is having a sponsor like Grow Generation. Welcome to the show. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. More on them in a bit. You like that, right?
Yeah, that was good.
I do need a pencil because
Okay.
I have this feeling that even though I wrote one set of notes, I might actually have to do other notes for time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Anime-Versal Reviews Midnight Run. We did not steal that from anyone, especially not Toonami. I am Kyle, and this is my wife.
Christine, hello.
And if you've never heard the regular Anime-Versal reviews, that's where we're from.
Yep.
Over there, we discuss just anime in general. We do reviews. Obviously, we reviewed Dr. Stone and the Stone Wars. We've reviewed a couple movies. FLCL had a few discussions on there. And next week we will be discussing Summer Wars in preparation for Hosada's next film, Belle, as is going to be known out west. I am not going to attempt to pronounce the Freckled Princess and the Dragon in Japanese.
I can't remember what it looks like, so otherwise I would say it.
It's Ryu something Hime. I can't remember exactly why I said I want to try to pronounce it, but there I go.
Yeah, you attempted it anyway.
I did. So what is Midnight Run? Well, Midnight Run it's not stolen from Toonami in any way, and the idea of showing uncut anime also in no way inspired this totally unique idea of covering uncut, unique anime in a more flavorful variety, if you will. Lots more
Spicy.
lace. Yeah, spicy. Lots more lace. Lots more sex and
Less fabric.
less fabric, lots of suggestiveness. Did I make up a word? Oh God.
You're Barney Stinson now. No,
There we
don't
go.
do that. Don't be Barney Stinson. No.
Oh man, so that's what we're gonna be getting into here. Look, this show was actually really inspired by a YouTuber that I discovered on accident, fucking years late. I mean, shit. Look, if you go back and check out Brian, our third wheel, our husband. No,
Yes.
it's a joke. Anyways,
Yeah.
if you go check out his and I discussion on growing up and seeing anime in pop culture, not rise and fall, not no golden ages, because once it came here, it never really went. It kind of weaved its way in and out of various heights of pop culture before just right into like from subculture to pop culture to like culture, like anime, manga, JRPGs, all of that's here now. And we got to discuss that as we got older. He still works with kids as like in a youth center, like a YMCA, but for military kids type setting. And then I was in the Army and had a diverse group of soldiers above and below my rank, and got to see a lot of young people and hear what they're into anime. So while I may not have stuck with it in the culture part of it, you and I mean, shit, that was one of the first things I brought into our relationship was anime.
Yep. Showed me a lot of cool things.
Yeah, I mean, what Tenchi, El Hazard, Chobits, all three of those full of some of the stuff that we're talking about here, but that was lightweight compared to what we discovered thanks to Gigguk, a guy on YouTube. If you're watching us, you probably know who the fuck he is. I've been watching Joey, the anime man, on various things with, Chris Broad or Tokyo Creative or his girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever their status is. Seeing them off and on through all those for years. Never heard of fucking Gigguk, like, never.
Yeah, I know. Like, where were we? I don't know.
Same place, avoiding good spicy anime titles like Rent a Girlfriend and Domestic Girlfriend and Panty and Stocking and fucked up shit like that, and basically looking for the next Full Metal Alchemist or the next Tenchi instead of something brand new. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited about some of the things he showed us. Actually, if we're lucky, we can actually put this part into the video. It won't make any sense if this is audio, so there might be like a cutout here, but hopefully we get to put this in. Yes, that is true.
That's a spicy boy. Step sibling crushes, teacher-student relationships, affairs with married men,
love it. Love it.
Next? Find out on the next episode of Two Girls, One Brother.
Oh my. and so yeah, I'll stop that right there. That's the video that kind of got me sent down the Gigguk rabbit hole, and there was more, and we might look at some additional clips later on, but I showed Christine, and I was just like, we've got to watch this show.
Yeah.
And what was it about learning about that story that got you to be like, okay, yeah, I'll watch this?
I just wanted to see what would happen next. Like, what are y'all gonna do? How does this end?
That drama.
Yeah, like It's like, crap. You sucked me in. I want to know all.
There you go. So yeah, that's how and why this show exists, and I wanted to go rewind the clock a bit and talk about when we the first, kind of like I said, those first 3 semi-spicy animes, 4 if you want to add in Love Hina, something that you got into for a while. Harem animes, of course, which most of the things that we're going to talk about are going to fall into category of that.
It's a bear trap. And you get stuck.
You do.
You watch a new anime and you're like, oh, yeah, I got sucked into another harem, didn't I? Yep, they're introducing a new girl. Great. Yep, that's exactly what this is. Thanks.
Yay. My first one was Tenchi, and what's funny about that is it's not your typical harem anime in any means whatsoever. It's full of a lot more shonen elements mixed with the harem idea, but Tenchi's studying to be a monk. He's not really after any of the girls himself.
He's not attractive.
As a matter of fact, the multiple girls he's actually had relationships with in the different series, none of them have been the main female cast. You have Sakuya and Tenchi in Tokyo, and then I forget the girl's name that he married in the third movie. But yeah, I got into that real early, like 97 is when I found that. It was like right after finding Dragon Ball and Ninja Scroll that weekend with a few of my friends. One of them was into additional anime besides, like I said, Ninja Scroll, Dragon Ball, Street Fighter the movie, or Street Fighter 2 the movie, and he showed me Tenchi, and that was it. And then I found Hollywood Video and Blockbuster had anime sections, and then it was just like Ghost in the Shell and Akira and fucking everything I could get my hands on there. What was it I showed you first?
As far as Tenchi.
Tenchi?
Yeah, the first anime with some spice.
So what did you
Yeah.
think about that idea of having like this male character and all these girls like pining after
Yeah.
him?
I thought it was weird, especially since it was my first, and I'm like, I don't get why y'all like him. Like, what is it that you see? And just like the amount of craziness that they get into, and the amount of fighting that they get into. It's fun and funny, but you know, sometimes I would look at it like, y'all are embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
So
It plays with nudity. There's a lot of the emota, I think it is the little as sister. That video is fucking hilarious. Anyways, Arrow Manga Sensei, we'll talk about that later. You got some of that element with Sasami, but she doesn't play into any of the like, other than the wishful young girl, like, oh, I can't wait to be married type thing.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
all she
but
had.
not,
Exactly. It's not like
you know,
Ryoko and
drooling over
Aika
him.
and stuff. Exactly. Tsunami, on the other hand, her other half. Anyways,
Getting too deep.
yeah, after that, did you get into Love Hina, or was it Chobits next? Because
Chobits, because you didn't have Love
Love
Hina.
Hina, yeah,
So
okay.
it was Chobits, and that was hilarious.
Yes.
Could not believe it, and I love the story of when you picked it up, and
how Matt and I,
yeah, just to freak out the cashier there, and because it's really girly looking. So when you first showed me, like, here, let's watch this, and I'm looking at you like,
trust me.
I've told you the stuff that I watched as a kid. I didn't watch My Little Pony. I
Yeah.
didn't watch.
Just trust me. This
yeah.
is not My Little Pony. This was the first. This to me was like my first real true, like, yeah, sure. I'd seen stuff like Love Hina. At this point, I had even seen clips of, the H word. We're trying to maintain some sort of monetization, hopefully. But excuse me. This was my first time really in a full series, and this was again high school. Me and Matt, so 2003, maybe right after we graduated, before I went to Iraq. So this is like between like 02 and 04, I think, when me and him discovered that show at Hastings video rental place, and that was my first introduction to more suggestive tones. Where's cheese on off switch? Well, it's inside of somewhere that
he's trying to figure out where it is, and then it's like, oh crap, it's
there. And the whole point is this idea that eventually he's going to be in a non-sexual relationship, because if he ever then he would reset the computer, even though that's one of the things the computers are designed to do. It's a weird but wonderful series. What did you think of that being shown that?
Yeah, that was odd, but once I got past that, because first you can't help but be like, what am I watching? But I got invested fast, and it had lots of funny moments, like him trying to buy underwear for her.
Yes.
Because she doesn't have any, and
he's
she
so scared himself he has to try to teach her to do it.
Yeah. What she says when she comes back, like, so how'd it go? And like the explanation to the cashier, like, underwear please, because Hideki wants this, and it's like, oh god, no. And then like the nosebleeds, and it's like all the little things. And it's fun.
Little tropes and things that happen. I like we talked last week on our FLCL discussion how it was funny to see that flipped with a lot of the female characters having the sexual frustration tropes, like the nosebleeds and stuff like that in certain scenes that you usually see from males on stuff like Tenchi or even El Hazard. El Hazard had a wonderful. You want to talk about something interesting? El Hazard's one of the first animes in English dub that I had seen with a lesbian story going through it, and that was what, like 2001, 2002 when I first saw that. introduced you to it. How'd you like that one? The idea of an isekai. Let's throw that out there. Zar dude gets transported to another universe by Ifurita or something. Isn't the goddess's name? I think so. Something like that.
I don't remember.
Anyways,
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I'll have to rewatch it. But yeah, when you showed me El Hazard, it was great.
Horny mistress of the princess that the boy happens to look like. Like this is a show, and
it's weird.
This is what I love. Like some people will listen to me talk about other subjects and assume certain things about my politics or my ideology or something like that. And I'm like, bitch, I was so progressive before you even thought about being progressive that in like 2001, 2002, I'm watching a show about a dude that's cross-dressing, pretending to be a girl that he looks like to help save this world, while the mistress of the princess that he's looking like keeps hitting on him and getting upset that he's got a dick. And it's just this hilarious show filled with LGBTQ stuff in it, and anime doing shit. Yeah,
didn't even bat an eye.
No, nobody batted an eye.
Yeah.
And none of it's done in like a crude way. Like it's legit. She misses the princess. Dude looks like the princess. They have a couple of like nighttime, mistakes and things like that. But it's really just their adventure of him pretending to help do this job. And I love the teacher who gets more powerful the more sober he is.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta rewatch that show, but
we have to finish the one we have.
Yeah, we gotta finish all the ones that we're on. So that brings us to, why is this stuff so fun, Christine? Why is it fun to get into something like a domestic girlfriend? What makes the raunchiness? What makes the trashy? Because if you saw that same storyline in like at the grocery store aisle on that soap opera digest, you'd be like, nah.
Not just that, but like there's been women who have bought like Harlequin novels, and humans we're not all prudes. Most of us are not. Some may hide it well, but no, we're something else. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that P word. But yeah, we are horrible people, and we just love trashy things.
Yeah, you can say we're perverts.
Okay.
Humans are pervy, very much so. If you think you're not, you're a liar. You're just good at denial.
Or prude, the other P word, the one that's not so great.
Here's the thing. There's a line I've quoted him at a million times. I know it's not even Kevin Smith's own original line because it's been said by other people, but I always remember it and hear it in Hooper X's voice. That there's nothing new under the sun, and anything and everything that can be done has been done long before you ever dreamt of doing it yourself. And this is in a direct conversation about sex. And one character who has had plenty of sex of his own, but has never experienced sex with multiple partners, when he finds out that his new partner, who is a lesbian or at least bisexual, capable of finding males sexually attractive and having a temporary relationship. But anywho, it blows his mind. He just can't get over it.
The fact that she was with two guys,
right?
And it's like,
dude, and I always remember like our parents and grandparents being like, oh, I can't believe this is on TV, especially our grandparents. And it's like, look, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell you this. You're watching Anime-Versal Reviews Midnight Run. Grandma sucked dick, okay?
She just didn't tell you about it because it's none of your damn business.
About it. But Grandma sucked dick, all right? And Grandpa loved it. And that's the fucking truth.
Oh, God.
And that's why we love this shit.
You know that you've a lot of you out there have probably caught something of your parents or grandparents or someone where it's like, what is that? And it's like your parents are like, no, don't see that.
Oh, I straight up found a chest full of videos, and I was just like, I forget what I was actually looking for. I think it was something Army related, because I was constantly getting into my dad's Army shit, to play Army myself when I'm, 10, 11 years old, and I open up this chest, and it's like, tapes. Oh God, no. not worth it. Not worth it. Like, if it had just been tapes, like, fuck yeah, I could come in here, grab a tape.
Oh,
Mom and
God.
Dad would never know. I could go, get, a little release.
Shame on you, Kyle.
But the fact that my parents are using, like, the other stuff was there too, and it's like, nah, not worth it. Nope.
Lesson learned: don't snoop in your parents'
Yeah,
room.
don't snoop in your parents' room, but. That's the thing is, like, it's forever. Like, forever people have been pervy. And it's not even really pervy. It's only
Romans.
Pervy today, based on modern standards. And not only that, but modern, in general, modern Western and specifically American standards dictate what is appropriate and what isn't. And I love how anime is just like, fuck you. Watch this. We're gonna have stepsister that's 12, 13 years old having feelings for her 15-year-old step brother, and we're gonna show this show about it. Eromanga Sensei. We're watching that right now. It is fucking awesome. It is terrible in every
need a
great
shower
way.
afterwards?
You do need a shower afterwards, because this is another step up from Domestic Girlfriend. But it is still good.
Yeah.
It's like it's fuck you guys. What are you gonna do, America? You got what, few million out of your 330 million Americans. A few million might be general anime fans. A few 100,000 dedicated hardcore anime fans, but don't like that situation of Eromanga Sensei. And Japan's like, okay, well, we've got like 20 million that read the novel. Fucking manga graphic novels, light novels outsell American comic graphic novels every month now. Every month. They're just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But here's the cool thing, guys, is it's just a fucking cartoon. I mean, legitimately, it's just a cartoon.
You're going to go out and live Game of Thrones? No. But you're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
and look, it's you could sit there and be like, well, it's different because this is, objectifying women. I don't know why I chose a deep voice to do it, but no, I'm used to making fun. I'm used to doing my that's my dad voice. Well, I'm making fun of my own father. God damn it, son! What the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
But people that are gonna get upset about it, it's not like anyone. Okay, there are some people that want stuff like that, but the general audience is. It's not an escapism in that sense where they're escaping to, oh man, I wish I had a young stepsister or anything like that. It's not like Eromanga Sensei so far is above and beyond much more than that in the subtext. But as far as just having good fun with a silly idea on a cartoon, like, there's no point in getting upset about it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not. We've already proven people aren't corruptible. Like, nobody, our media doesn't corrupt everybody. Like, people in general separate reality from fantasy.
Yep.
And like you said, Game of Thrones. Every guy in the world could sit there and say, how badass would it be to go swing a broadsword through a horde of undead soldiers, but actually give them the sword and an horde of undead soldiers? They're not likely to want to do it. So
no, they'll wet themselves.
Exactly.
It's
same thing with this crap. Let's talk about a lesser controversial spicy anime that we watched, Rent-A-Girlfriend, but let's do it after a word from our sponsors over at Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. Grow Generation is your one-stop shop for hydroponic grow supplies, product systems, and more. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Thank you guys for sponsoring this. Hopefully everyone goes over there that is in a state where you can grow stuff, or even if you're in a state that, you're wanting to grow like an herb garden, or about to grow stuff. Yeah. Check them out. Rent a girlfriend. All right. You can see best girls back there. I agree with the guys over at Trash Taste. That's Joey the Anime Man, Connor, what was he, Dog VA or something like that on Twitter, and Garnt Gigguk, another video that he did where talking about the best waifu of 2020, and just really, really funny show filled with sex, boobies, jiggly anime boobies, which are always ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm an ass guy, and I mean, boobs are great, but like Japan, like Homura had ass. Now Homura in Dr. Stone, like at least in the intro, like when she's doing her gymnastics, she had some ass. And they have that one show where like they fight each other with their butts. And so whenever they're fighting, they have ass. But if they're just standing there, it's like backboard. So like, let's take just a little, and put,
even
the
it
world
out.
is expanding, people. Like, it's time for anime ass, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because it's been lacking. Yeah, because sometimes it's like where you see like a girl walk by on an anime show, and it's just like her skirt, she looks weird, the side profile, like there's nothing there. Like,
yeah, it is what it is. There's cultural reasons why people draw certain things for certain ways, and there's target audiences, and anime is expanding, and as the audience does. I mean, look at what we're talking about here. Look what we're discussing. Rent a girlfriend. The idea basically of a dude who gets broken up with by his first real girlfriend. She's a fucking twat. And then
you can't say that.
I can too. Just because I'm not British doesn't mean that I can't. My co-host on the Cantina is fucking Cam, and he says it, so I can say it. Yes. I'll say the other one.
No. Can't say either.
What is it with fucking America and that shit? Anyways, what was I going to say? So she breaks up with him. He decides to go on a rental date, but ends up with real feelings. There's a, fucking mishap with him saying to his grandmother, "Oh, I've got this girlfriend." His grandmother's friends with her grandmother, and so they have to fake their relationship. And the first season was just this amazing, fun story filled with exaggeration, but some real life like dramas and real life feeling dramas, and moments where like he helps out Ruki, I think it is, or Riku, or no, not Riku.
Talking about his friend?
No, the girl that is clearly meant to be a short blue-haired girl. It's like Ruki, or it's similar to Ruri, but I can't remember her name. But you have her that's obsessed with him, and then you have Chizuru, the girl that he's in love with.
The other rent-a-girlfriend.
Yes,
yeah, that's who you're talking
the other
about.
one.
Yeah.
And then his ex, and then the girl that's had multiple boyfriends. Seems like she's a little bit on the ditzy side. Gigguk calls her, "Come on, God." It's so funny. No, I think he said dumpster, not the other word. So either way, those are all like rental escorts exist in America. Prostitutes exist in America, but the idea of rental boyfriends and girlfriends is more of a Japanese thing, and it's it's a fun show.
Yeah, because how Americans handle things is a little different. We wouldn't, go on a nice date. It's more like, get on some website just for the night and meet someone and
Well,
yeah.
Tinder things like that, yeah.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of, like legit escort services,
Yeah.
like where you do go out on an actual date, but that's usually a higher end thing. You're usually getting an escort to have arm candy for a big event, to stand out, to impress someone. Of look at what I'm able to pull. You know what I'm saying?
But everyone knows it's not.
Right. And then we have our dating sites. But in Japan, like we watched, Connor from the Trash Taste podcast, all those guys, we got, like I said, Joey led to Gigguk led to Trash Taste led to Connor. And that's how you guys can find a link down below if we're able to borrow their videos.
Yeah.
But this show deals with, like I said, exaggerations, but that rental, Connor did one of those services, and got to do a really cool interview with a rental boyfriend. And there were a lot of things where you're like, okay, how much is he saying because he's in character? How much is he saying because he knows what people are expecting because of what the podcast has done with like Rent a Girlfriend, and the anime is real popular, and it came up in subject matter, but I'm taking them at his word because he seemed legit in the interview, and it looks like the manga and the anime get a lot of the points right.
Yeah.
Like when they're with a client, they are your boyfriend or girlfriend. There's no one else. I am yours. Yeah,
this is your time.
Yeah, and they will play the character to a fault, and he says, yeah, sometimes you can get different feelings and attachments, which is what Rent a Girlfriend is all about. And thank God we're getting a second season.
Yeah.
Because while I know how Domestic Girlfriend ends, and I'm not very, very happy with it. I agree with Gigguk on that. I don't know what he wants non-friends to call, because the guys on Trash Taste call them both randomly. I guess that's just for branding purposes. Smart business, guys. Really smart business. I love the fucking business model you guys got. It's great. It's I don't know how else to explain it other than it's just exaggerated real life shit. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a little different because the rental part, but I know people that have lied, gotten married to defraud the U.S. I couldn't prove it. I knew it without a shadow of a doubt, because I knew for help. Well, not only that, see who else they were dating and or having relations with, hearing things third party. Said you can't prove anything. They had a legit marriage license. They filed for basic allowance for housing and all that. Fine. Enjoy. I've seen that happen in the military.
It gets messy.
It gets messy when the relationship even inevitably falls apart. Even the friendship part, don't get married to get extra money from the military. It's illegal first, and it's not going to work, and somebody's going to walk away with more money than the other in most cases. So yeah, don't do that. But other than that, it's just, dude, the drama, and dude, oh my God. She is like, Chizuru is she's just a great fucking character. Grows along with what's the male's name? I forget it right now. For those of you that don't know from our others, maybe this is the first time you ever check it out, please take this time to hit the subscribe button or the follow button on your favorite podcast app, or on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're listening to us. I had a car accident in 2019, brain injury, hence the wonderful stutter. Kazuya. Right? Yeah, Kazuya. Yeah. Anyways, he is another character that keeps making these mistakes, and you're just like, dear God, dude, get out of your own fucking way. But he even grows in the first season. It takes a while, but he starts to actually grow, and by the end of the first season, you're not even really sure you want him to necessarily end up with Chizuru, but you're excited for the next season, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, he needs to. There's drama involved. Yeah, he needs to let mommy have it because she's
oh
my
God,
God, she's
trash.
so cruel.
I hate her
Yeah.
so far. No, we're not. We haven't read a lot of manga.
But what we have seen
Yeah.
is what I'm going off of.
Yeah. What do you think about with that type of spiciness, where it's more of just an exaggeration of real life? There's no real controversy.
Like
there.
a soap opera, but better.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. I enjoy that a lot. And you can't wait to see what happens next. Yeah, just kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you just can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah. It's weird because I would never. I hate rom-coms. Like I do. Like I don't even like 10 Things I Hate About You. I don't like.
Them are really
Never Been
cheesy
Kissed.
and-
I like Blast from the Past. That's about it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and some Tom Hanks stuff like Money Pit, which is a kind of a rom-com. Barely. No, okay, wait.
No,
What is another rom-com that I like?
You've Got Mail.
No. I love Tom Hanks. Okay? I would marry Tom Hanks just to listen to him talk about shit for fucking hours on end. Like, it could just be a movie of Tom Hanks talking. I'm going to watch it 9 times out of 10, but I fucking hate rom-coms, especially the 90s shit. And like, I didn't care for fucking Splash. I don't care for fucking You
I
Got
never saw
Mail. I
Splash.
don't care for fucking, I don't care for,
Sleepless in Seattle.
I don't
Yeah.
care for any of those.
The Notebook.
Nope. That's not a comedy. That's
Well,
depressing.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Yeah, because you said rom-com. Because
Yeah.
here I'm just like on a roll with romance
Now
in my
with
brain. Yeah.
I think that's what does it for me with these types of anime though, with the harem, with the spicy stuff, with the controversial, the Arrow Manga Sensei or whatever. It's the comedy bit that goes with it.
Yeah, it's like more funny
Yeah.
than romance.
Well, it gets to take advantage of all the wonderful, tropes and things that you get with doing something animated. You're not with hell. You could go on these outlandish side stories or these outlandish reactions where things are exploding because somebody just had their mind blown.
Yeah.
And it's really over the top. It can help add levity to a really tense situation in a way that you couldn't do with a real life with live action.
Mm-hmm.
The closest thing I could think of is Scrubs, which basically took Family Guy's side gags and made those JD's daydreams.
Yeah, his imagination is
His imagination
quite wild.
gone wild. It's the same thing, but those all were within the constraints of what they could do there at the hospital filming site or any offsite shooting that they may have done, and their budgets. With anime, it's your animation budget.
Yeah, it's the creativity
basically
that you just put right there instead of it. Yeah, there's no limits.
Yeah,
Just draw it if you can imagine it.
it's essentially yes.
Yeah.
There's some quality to money stuff, but
Yeah.
you could have somebody's mind blown in anime easier than live action, and that's what I think allows me to get the drama aspect, because I can watch a lot of romantic dramas more than I can romantic comedies.
Maybe depending on the drama, because sometimes it's just a little too much. Then again, it really depends on the rom-com as well, because it's like some of them are just not good. on
Nope,
both
that's
of
not a
those.
rom-com either. I was going to say Inner Space, but no, not a rom-com. I don't like Meg Ryan, but I like a lot of her fucking movies. Whatever. Anyways,
I don't know why you don't like Meg Ryan.
I don't. 'Cause I'm a terrible, horrible person.
Yes, you are.
So, Arrow Manga Sensei is another one. Let's talk about that just for one last thing, because I want to
Okay.
know about the line. Where is where's Christine's line? Okay, we've heard the guys over at Trash Taste talk about some things. We've heard each individual one talk about certain H word light novels, anime, and the games. I forget there's a specific name for it. Some horrible things that I must look up sometime. But what is kind of like the line for you in spiciness? Like, what makes you uncomfortable on screen?
Well, for me, it's kind of like with Aramanga Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
It's, she's crushing on him. That you can kind of feel, there's, a little tension there, but there's nothing yet.
Right.
So
And
there's
it's not so much the age difference, but the age itself. Because
Yeah.
they're only like 2 or 3 years apart, but they're still both so young.
Yeah, so I'm sure, like with a lot of storytelling, not just with anime, it's going to take a while for a romance to blossom if there's going to be one. So there's, going to be a while for her to grow, or it's probably never going to happen. Like there will be we're not going to do this. So like to me, I feel comfortable watching it. It's just kind of a little weird, but it's not like I hate myself or I want to turn this off,
Right.
kind of thing. So for me, it's like, because they're both kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug me. But if he was the adult and she's 12, then obviously,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be
Again,
outraged.
it's an
and
age thing.
yeah, because like with that,
not
it's
age difference. Yeah.
Yeah, where the balance of power is just teetering
Yeah.
too much on one end, and it's more like, how do I say this, like predatorial, where it's
Yeah.
like, there's going to be someone with too much power, and then the other person's just not good. So I don't know, like I haven't watched there. Actually, there is, but it's not really a spicy anime. Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, you can't.
That's where
you can't deal with things with like assault and.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
I definitely draw the line, especially if I don't see it coming. If you shock me with it and you don't prep me
I warned
for
you.
it.
I warned you.
Well, you didn't say exactly. So like as it was happening, I was actually legitimately scared.
I
wanted-
said what was going to happen. I was like,
I don't
look,
remember you-
yes, I did. I said the first episode's really hard to get through because the goblins are, but it's there. It's gonna be done, and
I think that's how you said it. So I didn't quite pick up what you meant. Maybe that's what it was.
Well, no, I said the R word there. I just didn't say it here for YouTube.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know, but it was just like,
Because I didn't
as
want you to go in cold. No one should go into that show cold.
No, but for me, it
a good
just
show, though.
it felt like, no, I'm not, and I haven't touched it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Yeah. But that's not the type of thing we're going to talk about on this show.
Exactly. So like for me, that's where I draw the line. Where it's I don't deal with you can't
Assault and stuff like
you
that,
can't
yeah.
shock too much with someone. So like at least like with these, it's fun, it's funny. They're not going to go too far. I don't think there's. Can you name one that would be too far?
I mean,
because I can't.
I mean, look. Too far for 2021? Yeah, sure. I'm rewatching Railgun because I had started Index, got fucking lost, tried to watch Railgun, got too fucking lost, and that was during a time where I was having some major sleep issues related to the, again, fucking car accident and narcolepsy and shit. And we decided to rewatch it, and a certain scientific railgun and certain magical index are part of this same universe, and railgun has the two roommates, and
Yeah.
she's definitely very pervy and assaulting her roommate technically, but the way it's played out, and it came out in like 08, 09. Somebody's going to say that pushes the line. Oh, that's yeah, I got it. Yes, it would be. I don't support that in any way in real life, but here in this fucking cartoon, in the context of 2005 fucking 8 anime, I will fucking laugh my ass off when little redhead chick gropes her fucking roommate, and then roommate shocks the fuck out of her.
Yeah,
and then she says, shock me again with your love whip. I'm going to laugh at that. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to be pissy. I'm not going to say me too. I'm not going to demand canceling anything. I'm going to laugh at a chick that just got wet at the thought of an electric whip. Like, that's hot. I want an electric whip.
Part of why I think that works is because the way the two are, you've got like the pervy one that's not overpowering the other, so it's not like she doesn't feel like a victim, where it's like she's putting her in her place, and if it was too far, I think she would end the friendship because she's just that strong mentally. So it's like, it doesn't feel like you're watching, a victim be hurt. Yeah. So it's like, it doesn't bother me either. Yeah, exactly. So for me, I guess my line is I don't really have one. Like, I'm not going to watch anything illegal, of course. I don't want to see anything that really simulates anything illegal. That's, terrible. Pushing that line with something like Arrow Manga Sensei, like I said, or like Christine said, they're both kids. Yeah. They're drawn exaggerated to make it seem like she's way younger than I think they said like 12, and he's like 14. About to turn 15, or maybe just turn 15 or something like that. There's only like 2 or 3 years between the two, but it's the fact that they are still so young, and they do spend a year or two younger together as siblings before the parents died or something like that. And she locks herself away for a year. So theirs is a little bit, like we said, it's pushing that line. That's where you actually start looking at, okay, if you meet someone at the age of like 9 to 10 years old and you spend the next 8 years with them and end up in a relationship, sometimes people would look at that as being odd. The domestic girlfriend situation, you're a 17-year-old dude, smash a 16-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl's about to move in to be your stepsis. Nobody's going to be mad if you and her continue to smash. You're both teenagers, but you shouldn't live together. Parents probably aren't gonna move in together until you guys are graduated or whatever, moved out on your own. But I found their relationship weird. The parents, where they keep like, oh, did we do this too fast? Yeah, like they keep saying that, and they seem sad and upset that they're hurting their kids. But it's like, why don't you just sit down and have a conversation? And
that was all so much in that show.
Yeah, where it's like, you can put it on pause. Yeah. But where it's like, oh, we shouldn't have done this, and it's just like, all right, calm down, drama queen. There you go.
So, I say we wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of AVR's Midnight Run. We're going to be covering, discussing, reviewing Domestic Girlfriend next time. Not next week, but the following week. I'm looking at potentially making AVR and Midnight Run alternate weeks, while we don't have necessarily like a seasonal anime to review over on the main show. But we'll see. Keep your eyes glued to LRMonline.com every day for all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions, including anime. And then, like we said, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to our podcast network, wherever you get your podcasts from Google, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple. We're free, all of that stuff. Excuse me. Oh, what else? Oh, thank you guys over at Trash Taste, like I said, Gigguk, Joey, the Anime Man, and C-Dog VA. Connor, guys, fucking hilarious shit. It's been fun to get back into the actual anime culture through you guys leading me back into it, and then finding some really cool anime that we hadn't found.
We kind of had it on pause, or it's kind of like casual watching, where a lot of things just like, we miss out, and then it's like,
Yeah.
You get to enjoy.
You know, we caught Dr. Stone just by happenstance at the emergency room. One of my many trips to the emergency room. Cartoon Network was on one night and saw a commercial for it, and I was like, that looks interesting. And then I saw it on Funimation, and because I was watching Dragon Ball Super at the time, waiting on that to finish up, and that was one of the newest anime besides what I just said, Dragon Ball Super, that I had gotten into. And I mean, fucking Senku and getting back there. So yeah. Anyways, subscribe to all of that. Thank you guys. Check out everyone that we mentioned. Check out their YouTube and their Twitters. You can find me at that Kyle Malone on Twitter, and she writes for the website. Doesn't have Twitter yet. No, and doesn't use her Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I need to delete that because I don't.
Nobody
really
uses Facebook really anymore.
What's the point of having it?
Professional stuff, like, it's still good to have. Just whatever. Like, groups are like the main it's almost like the AOL of today. It's for groups, like message board type stuff, you know. So yeah. All right, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and until then, I have no fucking clue on how to sign out. I don't even know what fucking music is gonna. It's gonna be funky though. I'm going with something funky.
Something spicy.
You're definitely hearing something spicy and funky right now is playing. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely playing, and we'll talk to you guys next time.